Qualification. Q U A L I F I C A T I O N. Qualification. Qualification means an attribute that must be met or complied with and that fits a person for something. One of the qualifications for admission is an academic degree. Qualify. Q U A L I F Y. Qualify. Qualify means prove capable or fit, meet requirements. She was qualified to run the marathon. Qualified. Q U A L I F I E D. Qualified. Qualified means meeting the proper standards and requirements and training for an office or position or task. Many qualified applicants for the job. Quality means a degree or grade of excellence or worth. The quality of students has risen. Quality. Q U A L I T Y. Quality. Quantity. Q U A N T I T Y. Quantity. Quantity means an adequate or large amount. He had a quantity of ammunition. Quarter. Q U A R T E R. Quarter. Quarter means one of 4 equal parts. A quarter of a pound. Queen. Q U E E N. Queen. Queen means something personified as a woman who is considered the best or most important of her kind. Paris is the queen of cities. Question. Q U E S T I O N. Question. Question means a sentence of inquiry that asks for a reply. He asked a direct question. Quick. Q U I C K. Quick. Quick means accomplished rapidly and without delay. His quick reaction prevented an accident. Quickly. Q U I C K L Y. Quickly. Quickly means with rapid movements. He works quickly. Quiet. Q U I E T. Quiet. Quiet means characterized by an absence or near absence of agitation or activity. The factions remained quiet for almost 10 years. Quietly. Q U I E T L Y. Quietly. Quietly means with low volume. Speak quietly but carry a big stick. Quit. Q U I T. Quit. Quit means put an end to a state or an activity. Quit teasing your little brother. Quite. Q U I T E. Quite. Quite means to the greatest extent, completely. She was quite alone. Quote. Q U O T E. Quote. Quote means repeat a passage from. He quoted the Bible to her. Race. R A C E. Race. Race means any competition. A contest of speed. The race is to the swift. Racing. R A C I N G. Racing. Racing means the sport of engaging in contests of speed. The riders were racing around a 5-mile loop. Radio. R A D I O. Radio. Radio means an electronic receiver that detects and demodulates and amplifies transmitted signals. Does the noise of the radio bother you? Rail. R A I L. Rail. Rail means a barrier consisting of a horizontal bar and supports, short for railway. He was concerned with rail safety. Railroad. R A I L R O A D. Railroad. Railroad means line, that is the commercial organization responsible for operating a system of transportation for trains that pull passengers or freight. He walked along the railroad track. Rain. R A I N. Rain. Rain means water falling in drops from vapor condensed in the atmosphere. I hope you didn't get soaked standing out in the rain. Raise. R A I S E. Raise. Raise means raise the level or amount of something. Raise the price of bread. Range. R A N G E. Range. Range means an area in which something acts or operates or has power or control. This cannon has a range of about 2 miles. Rank. R A N K. Rank. Rank means take or have a position relative to others. This painting ranks among the best in the Western world. Rapid. R A P I D. Rapid. Rapid means done or occurring in a brief period of time. A rapid rise through the ranks. Rapidly. R A P I D L Y. Rapidly. Rapidly means with rapid movements. He works rapidly. Rare. R A R E. Rare. Rare means not widely known, especially valued for its uncommonness. A rare word. Rarely. R A R E L Y. Rarely. Rarely means not often. We rarely met. Rate. R A T E. Rate. Rate means amount of a charge or payment relative to some basis. A 10-minute phone call at that rate would cost $5. Rather. R A T H E R. Rather. Rather means on the contrary. Rather than disappoint the children, he did 2 quick tricks before he left. Rather than. Rather than. Rather than means instead of. I think you'd call it a lecture rather than a talk. Raw. R A W. Raw. Raw means being unprocessed or manufactured using only simple or minimal processes. My son loves to eat sushi with raw fish, especially tuna. Re. R E. Re. Re is added to verbs and nouns to form new verbs and nouns that refer to the repeating of an action or process. For example, to reread something means to read it again. Reach. R E A C H. Reach. Reach means the limit within which something can be effective. He was beyond the reach of their fire. React. R E A C T. React. React means show a response or a reaction to something. They reacted violently to the news. Reaction. R E A C T I O N. Reaction. Reaction means a response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. He was pleased by the audience's reaction to his performance. Read. R E A D. Read. Read means interpret something that is written or printed. Have you read Salman Rushdie? Reading. R E A D I N G. Reading. Reading means the cognitive process of understanding a written linguistic message. He enjoys reading books. Reader. R-E-A-D-E-R, reader. Reader means a person who enjoys reading. Many a reader skips the words that he doesn't know. Ready. R-E-A-D-Y, ready. Ready means completely prepared or in condition for immediate action or use or progress. The bridge is ready to collapse. Real. R-E-A-L, real. Real means no less than what is stated, worthy of the name. It's time he had a real job. Really. R-E-A-L-L-Y, really. Really means in accordance with truth or fact or reality. They don't really listen to us. Realistic. R-E-A-L-I-S-T-I-C, realistic. Realistic means aware or expressing awareness of things as they really are. The actors tried to create a realistic portrayal of the Africans. Reality. R-E-A-L-I-T-Y, reality. Reality means all of your experiences that determine how things appear to you. For them, demons were as much a part of reality as trees were. Realize. R-E-A-L-I-Z-E, realize. Realize means be fully aware or cognizant of. I realized the car accident was just a dream when I woke up. Rear. R-E-A-R, rear. Rear means the back of a military formation or procession. Infantrymen were in the rear. Reason. R-E-A-S-O-N, reason. Reason means an explanation of the cause of some phenomenon. The reason a steady state was never reached was that the back pressure built up too slowly. Reasonable. R-E-A-S-O-N-A-B-L-E, reasonable. Reasonable means showing reason or sound judgment. Our new spa lets you indulge yourself at a reasonable price. Reasonably. R-E-A-S-O-N-A-B-L-Y, reasonably. Reasonably means to a moderately sufficient extent or degree. He is reasonably clever with computers. Unreasonable. U-N-R-E-A-S-O-N-A-B-L-E, unreasonable. Unreasonable means not in a reasonable or intelligent manner. She reacted unreasonably when she learned she had failed. Recall. R-E-C-A-L-L, recall. Recall means a call to return. The recall of our ambassador. Receipt. R-E-C-E-I-P-T, receipt. Receipt means an acknowledgement, usually tangible, that payment has been made. We need the receipt Mr. Smith signed. Receive. R-E-C-E-I-V-E, receive. Receive means get something, come into possession of. Karen Sund once suggested that to love is to receive a glimpse of heaven. Recent. R-E-C-E-N-T, recent. Recent means being new in a time not long past. His recent trip to Africa. Recently. R-E-C-E-N-T-L-Y, recently. Recently means in the recent past. He was in Paris recently. Reception. R E C E P T I O N. Reception. Reception means the manner in which something is greeted. She did not expect the cold reception she received from her superiors. Recognition. R E C O G N I T I O N. Recognition. Recognition means the state or quality of being recognized or acknowledged. The partners were delighted with the recognition of their work. Recognize. R E C O G N I Z E. Recognize. Recognize means accept someone to be what is claimed or accept his power and authority. We do not recognize your gods. Recommend. R E C O M M E N D. Recommend. Recommend means push for something. Express a good opinion of. The travel agent recommended strongly that we not travel on Thanksgiving Day. Recommendation. R E C O M M E N D A T I O N. Recommendation. Recommendation means something as a course of action that is recommended as advisable. My teacher wrote a recommendation for me. Record. R E C O R D. Record. Record means anything such as a document or a phonograph record or a photograph providing permanent evidence of or information about past events. The film provided a valuable record of stage techniques. Recording. R E C O R D I N G. Recording. Recording means the act of making a record, especially an audio record. She watched the recording from a soundproof booth. Recover. R E C O V E R. Recover. Recover means get or find back, recover the use of. She recovered control of herself. Recovery. R E C O V E R Y. Recovery. Recovery means return to an original state. The recovery of the forest after the fire was surprisingly rapid. Red. R E D. Red. Red means of a color at the end of the color spectrum next to orange, resembling the color of blood or cherries or tomatoes or rubies. She has bright red fingernails which she sharpens to a point. Reduce. R E D U C E. Reduce. Reduce means cut down on, make a reduction in. The employer wants to reduce health benefits. Reduction. R E D U C T I O N. Reduction. Reduction means the act of decreasing or reducing something. Diminishing enrollment has led to a reduction in staff at the college. Refer. R E F E R. Refer. Refer means have to do with or be relevant to. I hate it when my husband refers to me as his old lady. Reference. R E F E R E N C E. Reference. Reference means a remark that calls attention to something or someone. The speaker made several references to his wife. Reflect. R E F L E C T. Reflect. Reflect means manifest or bring back. This action reflects his true beliefs. Reform. R E F O R M Reform. Reform means make changes for improvement in order to remove abuse and injustices. The new government has promised to reform the electoral process. Refrigerator. R E F R I G E R A T O R. Refrigerator. Refrigerator means white goods in which food can be stored at low temperatures. My refrigerator is out of order. Refusal. R E F U S A L. Refusal. Refusal means the act of refusing. He was fired from his job because of his refusal to work overtime. Refuse. R E F U S E. Refuse. Refuse means show unwillingness towards, refuse to accept. He refused my offer of hospitality. Regard. R E G A R D. Regard. Regard means to look closely or attentively at something or someone, observe steadily. We regard your work very highly. Regarding. R E G A R D I N G. Regarding. Regarding means indicate the subject that is being talked or written about. He won't be affected by our decision, so he is completely unbiased regarding the issue. Region. R E G I O N. Region. Region means the extended spatial location of something. The farming regions of France. Regional. R E G I O N A L. Regional. Regional means characteristic of a region. India has a cuisine rich in regional flavor. Register. R E G I S T E R. Register. Register means an official written record of names or events or transactions. You must register in order to be eligible to vote in the coming federal election. Regret. R E G R E T. Regret. Regret means sadness associated with some wrong done or some disappointment. He wrote a note expressing his regret. Regular. R E G U L A R. Regular. Regular means in accordance with fixed order or procedure or principle. His regular calls on his customers. Regularly. R E G U L A R L Y. Regularly. Regularly means in a regular manner. I correspond regularly with my counterpart in the head office in Providence. Regulation. R E G U L A T I O N. Regulation. Regulation means a principle or condition that customarily governs behavior. It was his regulation to take a walk before breakfast. Reject. R E J E C T. Reject. Reject means refuse to accept or acknowledge. I reject the idea of starting a war. Relate. R E L A T E. Relate. Relate means make a logical or causal connection. I cannot relate these events at all. Related. R E L A T E D. Related. Related means being connected either logically or causally or by shared characteristics. Lifting of limits is clearly related to preservation of limits. Relation. R E L A T I O N. Relation. Relation means an abstraction belonging to or characteristic of two entities or parts together. There is a very clear relation between the use of illegal drugs and petty crime in this city. Relationship. R-E-L-A-T-I-O-N-S-H-I-P. Relationship. Relationship means a state of connectedness between people, especially an emotional connection. He didn't want his wife to know of the relationship. Relative. R-E-L-A-T-I-V-E. Relative. Relative means properly related in size or degree or other measurable characteristics, usually followed by to. The punishment ought to be relative to the crime. Relatively. R-E-L-A-T-I-V-E-L-Y. Relatively. Relatively means in a relative manner, by comparison to something else. The situation is relatively calm now. Relax. R-E-L-A-X. Relax. Relax means become less tense, rest, or take one's ease. Let's all relax after a hard day's work. Relaxed. R-E-L-A-X-E-D. Relaxed. Relaxed means without strain or anxiety. I was nervous at first, but gradually got more relaxed. Relaxing. R-E-L-A-X-I-N-G. Relaxing. Relaxing means affording or marked by rest or repose. The time spent was pleasant and relaxing. Release. R-E-L-E-A-S-E. Release. Release means release, as from one's grip. In autumn, the earth slowly releases the heat it has stored throughout the summer. Relevant. R-E-L-E-V-A-N-T. Relevant. Relevant means having a bearing on or connection with the subject at issue. The scientist corresponds with colleagues in order to learn about matters relevant to her own research. Relief. R-E-L-I-E-F. Relief. Relief means the feeling that comes when something burdensome is removed or reduced. As he heard the news, he was suddenly flooded with relief. Religion. R-E-L-I-G-I-O-N. Religion. Religion means a strong belief in a supernatural power or powers that control human destiny. He lost his religion but not his morality. Religious. R-E-L-I-G-I-O-U-S. Religious. Religious means concerned with sacred matters or religion or the church. The doors of the church were decorated with beautiful carvings of religious scenes. Rely. R-E-L-Y. Rely. Rely means have confidence or faith in. In the future, we will have to rely more on alternate energy sources. Remain. R-E-M-A-I-N. Remain. Remain means stay the same, remain in a certain state. He remained unmoved by her tears. Remaining. R-E-M-A-I-N-I-N-G. Remaining. Remaining means not used up. She had a little money remaining, so she went to a movie. Remains. R-E-M-A-I-N-S. Remains. Remains means any object that is left unused or still extant. I threw out the remains of my dinner. Remark. R E M A R K. Remark. Remark means a statement that expresses a personal opinion or belief. From time to time she contributed a personal remark on his account. Remarkable. R E M A R K A B L E. Remarkable. Remarkable means unusual or striking. The show was a remarkable display of his singing talent. Remarkably. R E M A R K A B L Y. Remarkably. Remarkably means to a remarkable degree or extent. She was remarkably tall. Remember. R E M E M B E R. Remember. Remember means recall knowledge from memory, have a recollection. I can't remember saying any such thing. Remind. R E M I N D. Remind. Remind means put in the mind of someone. Remind me to call mother. Remote. R E M O T E. Remote. Remote means areas are far away from cities and places where most people live, and are therefore difficult to get to. There is a legend of a creature known as the Sasquatch which is said to live in remote areas of British Columbia. Removal. R E M O V A L. Removal. Removal means the act of removing. He had surgery for the removal of a malignancy. Remove. R E M O V E. Remove. Remove means remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Remove the dirty dishes from the table. Rent. R E N T. Rent. Rent means a regular payment by a tenant to a landlord for use of some property. He collects about $3,000 a month in rents from his apartment building. Repair. R E P A I R. Repair. Repair means restore by replacing a part or putting together what is torn or broken. She repaired her TV set. Repeat. R E P E A T. Repeat. Repeat means make or do or perform again. He could never repeat his brilliant performance of the magic trick. Repeated. R E P E A T E D. Repeated. Repeated means recurring again and again. She repeated what she had heard to her mother. Repeatedly. R E P E A T E D L Y. Repeatedly. Repeatedly means several times. It must be washed repeatedly. Replace. R E P L A C E. Replace. Replace means take the place or move into the position of. Mary replaced Susan as the team's captain and the highest-ranked player in the school. Reply. R E P L Y. Reply. Reply means a statement either spoken or written that is made in reply to a question or request or criticism or accusation. He wrote replies to several of his critics. Report. R E P O R T. Report. Report means to give an account or representation of in words. Discreet Italian police reported it in a manner typically continental. Reporter. R E P O R T E R. Reporter. Reporter means a person who investigates and reports or edits news stories. He is a reporter for Time magazine. Represent. R E P R E S E N T. Represent. Represent means take the place of or be parallel or equivalent to. The transition to parenthood represents a major change in an individual's life. Representative. R E P R E S E N T A T I V E. Representative. Representative means an advocate who represents someone else's policy or purpose. The meeting was attended by representatives for all the major organs of government. Reproduce. R E P R O D U C E. Reproduce. Reproduce means make a copy or equivalent of. The dark atmosphere of the novel has been perfectly reproduced in the film. Reputation. R E P U T A T I O N. Reputation. Reputation means the state of being held in high esteem and honor. This school has an excellent reputation in the community. Request. R E Q U E S T. Request. Request means a formal message requesting something that is submitted to an authority. If you want to get a new desk for your office, you should put in a request right away. Require. R E Q U I R E. Require. Require means require as useful, just, or proper. This job requires a lot of patience and skill. Requirement. R E Q U I R E M E N T. Requirement. Requirement means required activity. The requirements of his work affected his health. Rescue. R E S C U E. Rescue. Rescue means help which gets someone out of a dangerous or unpleasant situation. The young boy was holding onto a large rock when he was rescued from the river. Research. R E S E A R C H. Research. Research means a search for knowledge. Their pottery deserves more research than it has received. Reservation. R E S E R V A T I O N. Reservation. Reservation means a district that is reserved for a particular purpose. Would it be possible to change my reservation now? Reserve. R E S E R V E. Reserve. Reserve means hold back or set aside, especially for future use or contingency. The OPEC countries contain about 65% of the world's oil reserves. Resident. R E S I D E N T. Resident. Resident means someone who lives at a particular place for a prolonged period or who was born there. Local residents are delighted with the new water park for children. Resist. R E S I S T. Resist. Resist means stand up or offer resistance to somebody or something. This new protective coating helps your car to resist rust. Resistance. R E S I S T A N C E. Resistance. Resistance means the action of opposing something that you disapprove or disagree with. American troops have been encountering strong resistance from the rebel forces. Resolve. R E S O L Resolve. Resolve means bring to an end, settle conclusively. The judge resolved the case in favor of the plaintiff. Resort. R-E-S-O-R-T, resort. Resort means a hotel located in a resort area. They spent their holidays at a beautiful resort on the coast of Mexico. Resource. R-E-S-O-U-R-C-E, resource. Resource means available source of wealth, a new or reserve supply that can be drawn upon when needed. Our company simply doesn't have the resources to take on a project of that size. Respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, respect. Respect means the condition of being honored, esteemed or respected or well regarded. A man who has earned high respect. Respond. R-E-S-P-O-N-D, respond. Respond means show a response or a reaction to something. The rioters responded to police demands to disperse with rocks and bottles. Response. R-E-S-P-O-N-S-E, response. Response means a statement either spoken or written that is made in reply to a question or request or criticism or accusation. I waited several days for his response. Responsibility. R-E-S-P-O-N-S-I-B-I-L-I-T-Y. Responsibility. Responsibility means a form of trustworthiness, the trait of being answerable to someone for something or being responsible for one's conduct. He holds a position of great responsibility. Responsible. R-E-S-P-O-N-S-I-B-L-E, responsible. Responsible means worthy of or requiring responsibility or trust, or held accountable. The captain is responsible for the ship's safety. Rest. R-E-S-T, rest. Rest means a pause for relaxation. Take a short break from one's activities in order to relax. He took what he wanted and I got the rest. The rest. The rest. The rest is used to refer to all the parts of something or all the things in a group that remain or that you have not already mentioned. It was an experience I will treasure for the rest of my life. Restaurant. R-E-S-T-A-U-R-A-N-T, restaurant. Restaurant means a building where people go to eat. Their restaurant offers authentic Italian food in an old-world atmosphere. Restore. R-E-S-T-O-R-E, restore. Restore means return to its original or usable and functioning condition. Restore the forest to its original pristine condition. Restrict. R-E-S-T-R-I-C-T, restrict. Restrict means place restrictions on. Place under restrictions, limit access to. He feels this new law will restrict his freedom. Restricted. R-E-S-T-R-I-C-T-E-D, restricted. Restricted means subject to restriction or subjected to restriction. Freedom of speech is restricted in some countries. Restriction. R-E-S-T-R-I-C-T-I-O-N, restriction. Restriction means a principle that limits the extent of something. I am willing to accept certain restrictions on my movements. Result. R-E-S-U-L-T, result. Result means a statement that solves a problem or explains how to solve the problem. He computed the result to 4 decimal places. Retain. R-E-T-A-I-N, retain. Retain means allow to remain in a place or position. We cannot retain several servants any longer. Retire. R-E-T-I-R-E, retire. Retire means go into retirement, stop performing one's work or withdraw from one's position. People in this country are generally expected to retire at the age of 65. Retired. R-E-T-I-R-E-D, retired. Retired means no longer active in your work or profession. He retired after 45 years with the same company. Retirement. R-E-T-I-R-E-M-E-N-T, retirement. Retirement means the state of being retired from one's business or occupation. I have started to save for my retirement fund. Return. R-E-T-U-R-N, return. Return means come back to place where one has been before, or return to a previous activity. I enjoyed the book and said so when I returned it. Reveal. R-E-V-E-A-L, reveal. Reveal means make visible. He reveals the best in her. Reverse. R-E-V-E-R-S-E, reverse. Reverse means a relation of direct opposition. We thought Sue was older than Bill, but just the reverse was true. Review. R-E-V-I-E-W, review. Review means look at again, examine again. Let's review your situation. Revise. R-E-V-I-S-E, revise. Revise means revise or reorganize, especially for the purpose of updating and improving. We must revise the town's economy. Revision. R-E-V-I-S-I-O-N, revision. Revision means the act of revising or altering involving reconsideration and modification. It would require a drastic revision of his opinion. Revolution. R-E-V-O-L-U-T-I-O-N, revolution. Revolution means a drastic and far-reaching change in ways of thinking and behaving. The Industrial Revolution was also a cultural revolution. Reward. R-E-W-A-R-D, reward. Reward means a recompense for worthy acts or retribution for wrongdoing. The rewards of all your hard work in the garden are easy to see. Rhythm. R-H-Y-T-H-M, rhythm. Rhythm means the basic rhythmic unit in a piece of music. The children were jumping around in time to the thumping reggae rhythm. Rice. R-I-C-E, rice. Rice means grains used as food, either unpolished or more often polished. We need a larger container to keep our rice in. Rich. R-I-C-H, rich. Rich means possessing material wealth. Her father is extremely rich. Rid. R-I-D, rid. Rid means relieve from. Rid the house of pests. Ride. R I D E, ride. Ride means sit and travel on the back of animal, usually while controlling its motions. Did you ever ride a camel? Riding. R I D I N G, riding. Riding means the sport of sitting on the back of a horse while controlling its movements. I hate riding my bicycle behind cars and breathing in the fumes from their exhaust. Rider. R I D E R, rider. Rider means a traveler who actively rides a vehicle as a bicycle or motorcycle. The rider got a flat tire, which cost him almost 2 minutes in the race. Ridiculous. R I D I C U L O U S, ridiculous. Ridiculous means incongruous, inviting ridicule. It is ridiculous to call a cottage a mansion. Right. R I G H T, right. Right means free from error, especially conforming to fact or truth. Leave me alone right now, I am too angry to even speak to you. Rightly. R I G H T L Y, rightly. Rightly means with honesty. He was rightly considered the greatest singer of his time. Ring. R I N G, ring. Ring means a characteristic sound. It has the ring of sincerity. Rise. R I S E, rise. Rise means a growth in strength or number or importance. An increase in taxes has resulted in a corresponding rise in prices. Risk. R I S K, risk. Risk means a source of danger, a possibility of incurring loss or misfortune. Drinking alcohol is a health risk. Rival. R I V A L, rival. Rival means the contestant you hope to defeat. He had respect for his rivals. River. R I V E R, river. River means a large natural stream of water larger than a creek. The river was navigable for 50 miles. Road. R O A D, road. Road means an open way generally public for travel or transportation. We had to take an alternate route to the airport because of the road construction. Rob. R O B, rob. Rob means take something away by force or without the consent of the owner. The burglars robbed him of all his money. Rock. R O C K, rock. Rock means a lump or mass of hard consolidated mineral matter. He threw a rock at me. Roll. R O L E, roll. Role means the actions and activities assigned to or required or expected of a person or group. Socialization equips the individual to handle societal roles. Roll. R O L L, roll. Roll means rotary motion of an object around its own axis. Don't leave the car in neutral when you park or it could roll down the hill. Romantic. R O M A N T I C, romantic. Romantic means belonging to or characteristic of Romanticism or the Romantic movement in the arts. His girlfriend put on some romantic music, turned down the lights, and kissed him. Roof. R O O F, roof. Roof means a protective covering that covers or forms the top of a building. A small stone cottage with a red slate roof. Room. R O O M, room. Room means an area within a building enclosed by walls and floor and ceiling. The rooms were very small but they had a nice view. Root. R-O-O-T, root. Root means the usually underground organ that lacks buds or leaves or nodes, absorbs water and mineral salts, usually it anchors the plant to the ground. The roots of bonsai trees are constantly trimmed to keep the trees from growing very big. Rope. R-O-P-E, rope. Rope means a strong line. He tied the rope around his waist. Rose. R-O-S-E, rose. Rose means any of many shrubs of the genus Rosa that bear roses. A bunch of yellow roses. Rough. R-O-U-G-H, rough. Rough means having or caused by an irregular surface. Trees with rough bark. Roughly. R-O-U-G-H-L-Y, roughly. Roughly means imprecise but fairly close to correct. It will cost roughly $100. Round. R-O-U-N-D, round. Round means having a circular shape. He declared that the earth goes round the sun. Root. R-O-U-T-E, route. Route means an established line of travel or access. All routes out of the city were blocked with traffic after the volcano erupted. Routine. R-O-U-T-I-N-E, routine. Routine means an unvarying or habitual method or procedure. Her dance routine was the highlight of the evening. Row. R-O-W, row. Row means an arrangement of objects or people side by side in a line. A row of chairs. Royal. R-O-Y-A-L, royal. Royal means of or relating to or indicative of or issued or performed by a king or queen or other monarch. She claims that she is descended from royalty, but I've never heard of this prince she says she's related to. Rub. R-U-B, rub. Rub means move over something with pressure. The little girl woke up, and rubbed her eyes sleepily. Rubber. R-U-B-B-E-R, rubber. Rubber means an elastic material obtained from the latex sap of trees, especially trees of the genera Hevea and Ficus, that can be vulcanized and finished into a variety of products. Find someone who owns a pair of rubber boots. Rude. R-U-D-E, rude. Rude means socially incorrect in behavior. My mom always thought it was terribly rude to leave the table without being excused. Rudely. R-U-D-E-L-Y, rudely. Rudely means in an impolite manner. We are not accustomed to being treated so rudely. Ruin. R-U-I-N, ruin. Ruin means destroy completely, damage irreparably. You have ruined my car by pouring sugar in the tank. Ruined. R-U-I-N-E-D, ruined. Ruined means destroyed physically or morally. She ruined her new dress when she accidentally spilt nail polish on it. Rule. R-U-L-E, rule. Rule means a principle or condition that customarily governs behavior. It was his rule to take a walk before breakfast. Ruler. R-U-L-E-R, ruler. Ruler means measuring stick consisting of a strip of wood or metal or plastic with a straight edge that is used for drawing straight lines and measuring lengths. A 12-inch ruler. Rumor. R-U-M-O-R. Rumor. Rumor means gossip, usually a mixture of truth and untruth passed around by word of mouth. The actor is rumored to be having a relationship with a British pop singer. Run. R-U-N. Run. Run means move fast by using one's feet, with one foot off the ground at any given time. Don't run, you'll be out of breath. Running. R-U-N-N-I-N-G. Running. Running means the act of running, traveling on foot at a fast pace. He broke into a running. Runner. R-U-N-N-E-R. Runner. Runner means someone who travels on foot by running. He is such a strong runner that he should be able to win this race with ease. Rural. R-U-R-A-L. Rural. Rural means living in or characteristic of farming or country life. An economy that is basically rural. Rush. R-U-S-H. Rush. Rush means step on it. He rushed down the hall to receive his guests. Table. T-A-B-L-E. Table. Table means a piece of furniture having a smooth flat top that is usually supported by one or more vertical legs. It was a sturdy table. Tablet. T-A-B-L-E-T. Tablet. Tablet means a number of sheets of paper fastened together along one edge. Take one tablet a day until all of the medicine is gone. Tackle. T-A-C-K-L-E. Tackle. Tackle means accept as a challenge. I'll tackle this difficult task. Tail. T-A-I-L. Tail. Tail means the posterior part of the body of a vertebrate, especially when elongated and extending beyond the trunk or main part of the body. The little kitten boldly attacked his mother's tail while she slept. Take. T-A-K-E. Take. Take means is followed by a noun to talk about an action or event, when it would also be possible to use the verb that is related to that noun. There's not enough people willing to take the risk. Take off. Take off. Take something off means to remove something from a place. Take your feet off the seats. Take over. Take over. Take something over means to take control of something. Ruth moved into our apartment and promptly took over. Tail. T-A-L-E. Tale. Tale means a message that tells the particulars of an act or occurrence or course of events, presented in writing or drama or cinema or as a radio or television program. Survivors of the attack tell a tale of mass murder in the village. Talent. T-A-L-E-N-T. Talent. Talent means natural abilities or qualities. Those kids have a real talent for bothering all their neighbors. Talk. T-A-L-K. Talk. Talk means exchange thoughts, talk with. We often talk business. Tall. T-A-L-L. Tall. Tall means great in vertical dimension, high in stature. I know those tall girls quite well. Tank. T-A-N-K. Tank. Tank means an enclosed armored military vehicle, has a cannon and moves on caterpillar treads. The gas tank is completely empty, we're going to have to walk. Tap. T-A-P. Tap. Tap means to strike something, lightly and usually repeatedly. I was on the bus when I felt someone tap me on the shoulder. It was a friend from work. Tape. T-A-P-E, tape. Tape means a long thin piece of cloth or paper as used for binding or fastening. He used the piece of tape for a belt. Target. T-A-R-G-E-T, target. Target means a person who is the aim of an attack, especially a victim of ridicule or exploitation, by some hostile person or influence. The target of a manhunt. Task. T-A-S-K, task. Task means a specific piece of work required to be done as a duty or for a specific fee. The task of repairing the engine took several hours. Taste. T-A-S-T-E, taste. Taste means the sensation that results when taste buds in the tongue and throat convey information about the chemical composition of a soluble stimulus. The candy left him with a bad taste. Tax. T-A-X, tax. Tax means charge against a citizen's person or property or activity for the support of government. I can't believe that we have to pay tax on stamps now. Taxi. T-A-X-I, taxi. Taxi means a car driven by a person whose job is to take passengers where they want to go in exchange for money. He lost his taxi license after fighting with a customer. T-E-A-T. Tea means a beverage made by steeping tea leaves in water. Iced tea is a cooling drink. Teach. T-E-A-C-H, teach. Teach means impart skills or knowledge to. The trainers have a program to teach them vocational skills. Teaching. T-E-A-C-H-I-N-G, teaching. Teaching means the activities of educating or instructing, activities that impart knowledge or skill. Good classroom teaching is seldom rewarded. Teacher. T-E-A-C-H-E-R, teacher. Teacher means a person whose occupation is teaching. The students approached the teacher about postponing the test. Team. T-E-A-M, team. Team means a group of people who play a particular sport or game together against other similar groups of people. He had lost his place in the England team. Tier. T-E-A-R, tier. Tear means separate or cause to separate abruptly. I saw him tear up the letter. Tear. T-E-A-R, tear. Tear means a drop of the clear salty saline solution secreted by the lacrimal glands. His story brought tears to her eyes. Technical. T-E-C-H-N-I-C-A-L, technical. Technical means characterizing or showing skill in or specialized knowledge of applied arts and sciences. Highly technical matters hardly suitable for the general public. Technique. T-E-C-H-N-I-Q-U-E, technique. Technique means skillfulness in the command of fundamentals deriving from practice and familiarity. She shows great promise as a ballet dancer, but her technique still needs a fair bit of work. Technology. T-E-C-H-N-O-L-O-G-Y, technology. Technology means the discipline dealing with the art or science of applying scientific knowledge to practical problems. He had trouble deciding which branch of technology to study. Telephone. T-E-L-E-P-H-O-N-E, Telephone. Telephone means electronic equipment that converts sound into electrical signals that can be transmitted over distances and then converts received signals back into sounds. I talked to him on the telephone. Television. T-E-L-E-V-I-S-I-O-N. Television. Television means an electronic device that receives television signals and displays them on a screen. The first toy product ever advertised on television was Mr. Potato Head. Tell. T-E-L-L. Tell. Tell means express in words. Tell me what is bothering you. Temperature. T-E-M-P-E-R-A-T-U-R-E. Temperature. Temperature means the degree of hotness or coldness of a body or environment. Cook the chicken at a temperature of 350 degrees for 2 hours. Temporary. T-E-M-P-O-R-A-R-Y. Temporary. Temporary means not permanent, not lasting. We need to hire some temporary office help during this busy time. Temporarily. T-E-M-P-O-R-A-R-I-L-Y. Temporarily. Temporarily means for a limited time only, not permanently. He was brought out of retirement temporarily. Tend. T-E-N-D. Tend. Tend means have a tendency or disposition to do or be something, be inclined. She tends to be nervous before her lectures. Tendency. T-E-N-D-E-N-C-Y. Tendency. Tendency means an attitude of mind, especially one that favors one alternative over others. He had a tendency to give up too easily. Tension. T-E-N-S-I-O-N. Tension. Tension means feelings of hostility that are not manifest. The diplomat's first concern was to reduce international tensions. Tend. T-E-N-T. Tent. Tent means a portable shelter, usually of canvas stretched over supporting poles and fastened to the ground with ropes and pegs. He pitched his tent near the creek. Term. T-E-R-M. Term. Term means a word or expression used for some particular thing. He learned many medical terms. Terrible. T-E-R-R-I-B-L-E. Terrible. Terrible means causing fear or dread or terror. Polio is no longer the terrible disease it once was. Terribly. T-E-R-R-I-B-L-Y. Terribly. Terribly means in a terrible manner. She sings terribly. Territory. T-E-R-R-I-T-O-R-Y. Territory. Territory means a region marked off for administrative or other purposes. They toured the vast desert territory of Australia by jeep. Terror. T-E-R-R-O-R. Terror. Terror means a person who inspires fear or dread. He was the terror of the neighborhood. Terrorism. T-E-R-R-O-R-I-S-M. Terrorism. Terrorism means the use of violence, especially murder and bombing, in order to achieve political aims or to force a government to do something. Their involvement in international terrorism. Terrorist. T-E-R-R-O-R-I-S-T. Terrorist. Terrorist means characteristic of someone who employs terrorism, especially as a political weapon. We refuse to talk to terrorists. Test. T-E-S-T, test. Test means a set of questions or exercises evaluating skill or knowledge. When the test was stolen, the professor had to make a new set of questions. Text. T-E-X-T, text. Text means the words of something written. They handed out the printed text of the mayor's speech. Then. T-H-A-N, then. Then means used then after a comparative adjective or adverb in order to link two parts of a comparison. Indian skins age far more slowly than American or Italian ones. Thank. T-H-A-N-K, thank. Thank means express gratitude or show appreciation to. Thank you very much for your call. Thanks. T-H-A-N-K-S, thanks. Thanks means an acknowledgement of appreciation. Thanks to hard work it was a great success. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you means a conversational expression of gratitude. I can manage quite well on my own, thank you. That. T-H-A-T, that. That means is used to refer to someone or something already mentioned. He began to learn English when he was 12 years old, that is to say, when he entered junior high school. The. T-H-E, the. The is the definite article. It is used at the beginning of noun groups. It is also used at the beginning of noun groups to refer to someone or something that you have already mentioned or identified. For the time being, my sister is an assistant in a supermarket. Theater. T-H-E-A-T-E-R, theater. Theater means a building where theatrical performances or motion picture shows can be presented. The theater was full. There. T-H-E-I-R, there. There means of, belonging to, or associated in some way with them. The troops maintained their ground. Theirs. T-H-E-I-R-S, theirs. Theirs means something or someone belonging to or associated in some way with them. Theirs is difficult. Them. T-H-E-M, them. Them means them is a third-person plural pronoun. Them is used refers to things or people other than the speaker or people addressed. What happened to them? Theme. T-H-E-M-E, theme. Theme means the subject matter of a conversation or discussion. His letters were always on the theme of love. Themselves. T-H-E-M-S-E-L-V-E-S, themselves. Themselves means is used to emphasize the people or things that you are referring to. They all seemed to be enjoying themselves. Then. T-H-E-N, then. Then means subsequently or soon afterward, often used as sentence connectors. We watched the late movie and then went to bed. Theory. T-H-E-O-R-Y, theory. Theory means a tentative theory about the natural world, a concept that is not yet verified but that if true would explain certain facts or phenomena. A scientific hypothesis that survives experimental testing becomes a scientific theory. There. T-H-E-R-E, there. There means in or at that place. They have lived there for years. Therefore. T H E R E F O R E. Therefore. Therefore means used to introduce a logical conclusion from that fact or reason or as a result. Muscle cells need lots of fuel and therefore burn lots of calories. They. T H E Y. They. They is a third-person plural pronoun. They is used refers to people or things other than the speaker or people addressed. The two men were far more alike than they would ever admit. Thick. T H I C K. Thick. Thick means not thin, of a specific thickness or of relatively great extent from one surface to the opposite, usually in the smallest of the three solid dimensions. Spread a thick layer of butter. Thickly. T H I C K L Y. Thickly. Thickly means spoken with poor articulation, as if with a thick tongue. After a few drinks he was beginning to speak thickly. Thickness. T H I C K N E S S. Thickness. Thickness means the dimension through an object as opposed to its length or width. Length of cooking time for salmon is proportional to the thickness of the fish. Thief. T H I E F. Thief. Thief means a criminal who takes property belonging to someone else with the intention of keeping it or selling it. He became a thief, stealing food and the like because his family never had enough to eat. Thin. T H I N. Thin. Thin means of relatively small extent from one surface to the opposite or in cross-section. The atmosphere of Mars is very thin because the low gravity is unable to retain most gases. Thing. T H I N G. Thing. Thing is used to refer to any object, feature, or event when you cannot, need not, or do not want to refer to it more precisely. She was in the middle of clearing the breakfast things. Think. T H I N K. Think. Think means an instance of deliberate thinking. I need to give it a good think. Thinking. T H I N K I N G. Thinking. Thinking means the process of using your mind to consider something carefully. Thinking always made him frown. Thirsty. T H I R S T Y. Thirsty. Thirsty means feeling a need or desire to drink. After playing hard the children were thirsty. This. T H I S. This. This is used to refer back to a particular person or thing that has been mentioned or implied. If you write your alternative text with this in mind, it should work well. Thorough. T H O R O U G H. Thorough. Thorough means having finished or arrived at completion. After the treatment, the patient is through except for follow-up. Thoroughly. T H O R O U G H L Y. Thoroughly. Thoroughly means thoroughly, completely. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly after cleaning the bathrooms. Though. T H O U G H. Though. Though means despite the fact that. Though he tries hard, he always fails. Thought. T H O U G H T. Thought. Thought means the process of using your mind to consider something. Careful thought would have been needed. Thread. T H R E A D. Thread. Thread means any long object resembling a thin line. From the air the road was a gray thread. Thread. T H R E A T. Threat. Threat means something that is a source of danger. Earthquakes are a constant threat in Japan. Threaten. T H R E A T E N. Threaten. Threaten means pose a threat to, present a danger to. He said army officers had threatened to destroy the town. Threatening. T H R E A T E N I N G. Threatening. Threatening means threatening or foreshadowing evil or tragic developments. The rising water has breached the dam and is threatening the town. Throat. T H R O A T. Throat. Throat means the passage to the stomach and lungs, in the front part of the neck below the chin and above the collarbone. The man held the woman by the throat, and tried to choke her. Through. T H R O U G H. Through. Through means from beginning to end. A whisper ran through the crowd. Throughout. T H R O U G H O U T. Throughout. Throughout means from first to last. The play was excellent throughout. Throw. T H R O W. Throw. Throw means project through the air. Throw a frisbee. Throw away. Throw away. Throw something away means get rid of something that you do not want or need. I never throw clothes away. Thumb. T H U M B. Thumb. Thumb means the thick short innermost digit of the forelimb. She bit the tip of her left thumb, not looking at me. Thursday. T H U R S D A Y. Thursday. Thursday is the 5th day of the week, the 4th working day. I'm always terribly busy on Thursdays. Thus. T H U S. Thus. Thus means, used to introduce a logical conclusion, from that fact or reason or as a result. He doesn't speak English, and thus it has been very hard for him to find a job. Ticket. T I C K E T. Ticket. Ticket means a commercial document showing that the holder is entitled to something, as to ride on public transportation or to enter a public entertainment. I queued for 2 hours to get a ticket to see the football game. Tie. T I E. Tie. Tie means neckwear consisting of a long narrow piece of material worn, mostly by men, under a collar and tied in knot at the front. He stood in front of the mirror tightening his tie. Tie up. Tie up. Tie something up means fasten string or rope round it so that it is firm or secure. He tied up the bag and took it outside. Tight. T I G H T. Tight. Tight means closely constrained or constricted or constricting. He hated tight starched collars. Tightly. T I G H T L Y. Tightly. Tightly means in a tight or constricted manner. A tightly packed pub. Till. T I L L. Till. Till means up to a time that. He laughed till he cried. Time. T I M E. Time. Time means an instance or single occasion for some event. This time he succeeded. Timetable. T I M E T A B L E. Timetable. Timetable means a schedule listing events and the times at which they will take place. The two countries are to try to agree a timetable for formal talks. Tin. T I N. Tin. Tin means a silvery malleable metallic element that resists corrosion, used in many alloys and to coat other metals to prevent corrosion, obtained chiefly from cassiterite where it occurs as tin oxide. A factory that turns scrap metal into tin cans. Tiny. T I N Y. Tiny. Tiny means very small. The tiny nation of Bahrain moved toward the democracy. Tip. T I P. Tip. Tip means an indication of potential opportunity. He got a tip on the stock market. Tire. T I R E. Tire. Tire means exhaust or get tired through overuse or great strain or stress. We tired ourselves out on this hike. Tiring. T I R I N G. Tiring. Tiring means producing exhaustion. The visit was especially tiring. Tired. T I R E D. Tired. Tired means depleted of strength or energy. Tired mothers with crying babies. Title. T I T L E. Title. Title means a heading that names a statute or legislative bill, may give a brief summary of the matters it deals with. Title 8 provided federal help for schools. 2. T O 2. 2 is used to indicating the place that someone or something visits, moves towards, or points at. 2 friends and I drove to Florida during college spring break. Today. T O D A Y. Today. Today means in these times. Today almost every home has television. Toe. T O E. Toe. Toe means one of the digits of the foot. Someone stepped on my toe in the crowded bus. Together. T O G E T H E R. Together. Together means in conjunction with, combined. Our salaries put together couldn't pay for the damage. Toilet. T O I L E T. Toilet. Toilet means a room or building equipped with one or more toilets. Cheap toilet paper is usually quite thin and coarse. Tomato. T O M A T O. Tomato. Tomato means mildly acid red or yellow pulpy fruit eaten as a vegetable. We bought some tomato paste to make homemade pizza. Tomorrow. T O M O R R O W. Tomorrow. Tomorrow means the day after today. What are our tasks for tomorrow? Ton. T O N. Ton. Ton is a United States unit of weight equivalent to 2,000 pounds. He fell for the told dad for a house like a ton of bricks. Tone. T O N E. Tone. Tone means the quality of a person's voice. He began in a conversational tone. Tongue. T O N G U E. Tongue. Tongue means a human written or spoken language used by a community, opposed to a computer language. In the culture of Tibet, it's good manners to stick out your tongue at your guests. Tonight. T O N I G H. T. Tonight. Tonight means during the night of the present day. I can't afford to go to the bar tonight because I spent too much last week. 2. T. O. O. 2. 2 means to an excessive degree. You lean on your parents too much. Tool. T. O. O. L. Tool. Tool means an implement used in the practice of a vocation. Could you reach into my toolbox and grab me a hammer? Tooth. T. O. O. T. H. Tooth. Tooth means hard bone-like structures in the jaws of vertebrates, used for biting and chewing or for attack and defense. The most common disease in the world is tooth decay. Top. T. O. P. Top. Top means the upper part of anything. The mower cuts off the tops of the grass. Topic. T. O. P. I. C. Topic. Topic means the subject matter of a conversation or discussion. The website covers topics such as water safety and basic first aid. Total. T. O. T. A. L. Total. Total means constituting the full quantity or extent, complete. The movie we went to last night was totally unreal, you've got to see it. Totally. T. O. T. A. L. L. Y. Totally. Totally means to a complete degree or to the full or entire extent. It was totally different from what we expected. Touch. T. O. U. C. H. Touch. Touch means the event of something coming in contact with the body. The cool and touch of the night air. Tough. T. O. U. G. H. Tough. Tough means very difficult, severely testing stamina or resolution. The tough conditions of frontier life. Tour. T. O. U. R. Tour. Tour means a journey or route all the way around a particular place or area. They took an extended tour of Europe. Tourist. T. O. U. R. I. S. T. Tourist. Tourist means someone who travels for pleasure. The local museum is a popular tourist attraction here in town. Toward. T. O. W. A. R. D. Toward. Toward means in progress. They made their way toward the town. Towel. T. O. W. E. L. Towel. Towel means a rectangular piece of absorbent cloth, or paper, for drying or wiping. A bath towel. Tower. T. O. W. E. R. Tower. Tower means a structure taller than its diameter, can stand alone or be attached to a larger building. My nephew loves building little towers out of wooden blocks, and then knocking them over. Town. T. O. W. N. Town. Town means an urban area with a fixed boundary that is smaller than a city. They drive through town on their way to work. Toy. T. O. Y. Toy. Toy means an artifact designed to be played with. The little girl stood looking at her broken toy with tears streaming down her face. Trace. T. R. A. C. E. Trace. Trace means an indication that something has been present. There wasn't a trace of evidence for the claim. Track. T. R. A. C. K. Track. Track means a line or route along which something travels or moves. The hurricane demolished houses in its track. Trade. T. R. A. D. E. Trade. Trade means the commercial exchange, buying and selling on domestic or international markets, of goods and services. They are accused of conspiring to constrain trade. Tradition. T-R-A-D-I-T-I-O-N. Tradition. Tradition means a custom or belief that has existed for a long time. Muslim tradition forbids women to make eye contact with men. Traditional. T-R-A-D-I-T-I-O-N-A-L. Traditional. Traditional means consisting of or derived from tradition. Traditionally, we eat fried foods on Hanukkah. Traditionally. T-R-A-D-I-T-I-O-N-A-L-L-Y. Traditionally. Traditionally means according to tradition, in a traditional manner. Traditionally, we eat fried foods on Hanukkah. Traffic. T-R-A-F-F-I-C. Traffic. Traffic means the aggregation of things, pedestrians or vehicles, coming and going in a particular locality during a specified period of time. The cyclist was weaving in and out of traffic. Train. T-R-A-I-N. Train. Train means public transport provided by a line of railway cars coupled together and drawn by a locomotive. Express trains don't stop at Princeton Junction. Draining. T-R-A-I-N-I-N-G. Draining. Training means activity leading to skilled behavior. Military training conditions soldiers to obey orders without thinking. Transfer. T-R-A-N-S-F-E-R. Transfer. Transfer means the act of moving something from one location to another. I'd like to transfer some money into my son's account. Transform. T-R-A-N-S-F-O-R-M. Transform. Transform means change or alter in form, appearance, or nature. Your body transforms calories into energy. Transition. T-R-A-N-S-I-T-I-O-N. Transition. Transition means the act of passing from one state or place to the next. She is in a transition house for women who have been abused by their spouses. Translate. T-R-A-N-S-L-A-T-E. Translate. Translate means restate words from one language into another language. I have to translate when my in-laws from Austria visit the U.S. Translation. T-R-A-N-S-L-A-T-I-O-N. Translation. Translation means written communication in a second language having the same meaning as the written communication in a first language. Simultaneous translation broke linguistic walls. Transparent. T-R-A-N-S-P-A-R-E-N-T. Transparent. Transparent means transmitting light, able to be seen through with clarity. The cold transparent water of melted snow. Transport. T-R-A-N-S-P-O-R-T. Transport. Transport means move something or somebody around, usually over long distances. Oil is transported from Alaska to the U.S. by tanker. Transportation. T-R-A-N-S-P-O-R-T. R T A T I O N. Transportation. Transportation means a facility consisting of the means and equipment necessary for the movement of passengers or goods. Public transportation in Barcelona is provided by buses, subways, railways and cable cars. Trap. T R A P. Trap. Trap means a device in which something, usually an animal, can be caught and bent. Some foods can explode in the microwave due to trapped steam. Trash. T R A S H. Trash. Trash means worthless material that is to be disposed of. There's a lot of trash on the far bank of the river. Travel. T R A V E L. Travel. Travel means change location, move, travel, or proceed. We traveled from Rome to Naples by bus. Traveler. T R A V E L E R. Traveler. Traveler means a person who changes location. He accommodated the traveler for the night. Treat. T R E A T. Treat. Treat means behave towards them or deal with them in that way. She adored Paddy but he didn't treat her well. Treatment. T R E A T M E N T. Treatment. Treatment means care by procedures or applications that are intended to relieve illness or injury. After the treatment of a disease, it is important to assess the effectiveness of the treatment. Tree. T R E E. Tree. Tree means a tall perennial woody plant having a main trunk and branches forming a distinct elevated crown, includes both gymnosperms and angiosperms. We planted an apple tree which finally began to bear fruit in its third year. Trend. T R E N D. Trend. Trend means a general direction in which something tends to move. The trend of the stock market. Trial. T R I A L. Trial. Trial means the act of testing something. He called each flip of the coin a new trial. Triangle. T R I A N G L E. Triangle. Triangle means something approximating the shape of a triangle. The coastline of Chile and Argentina and Brazil forms two legs of a triangle. Trick. T R I C K. Trick. Trick means a cunning or deceitful action or device. He played a trick on me. Trip. T R I P. Trip. Trip means a journey for some purpose, usually including the return. He took a trip to the shopping center. Troop. T R O O P. Troop. Troop means a group of soldiers. A small troop of elderly tourists got off the bus and lined up at the customs office. Tropical. T R O P I C A L. Tropical. Tropical means relating to or situated in or characteristic of the tropics, the region on either side of the equator. The doctor is a well-known authority on tropical diseases. Trouble. T R O U B L E. Trouble. Trouble means a source of difficulty. One trouble after another delayed the job. Truck. T R U C K. Truck. Truck means an automotive vehicle suitable for hauling. The truck driver quickly applied the brakes when a car suddenly turned in front of him. True. T R U E. True. True means consistent with fact or reality, not false. The story is true. Truly. T-R-U-L-Y, truly. Truly means in accordance with truth or fact or reality. She was now truly American. Trust. T-R-U-S-T, trust. Trust means something, as property, held by one party, the trustee, for the benefit of another, the beneficiary. He is the beneficiary of a generous trust set up by his father. Truth. T-R-U-T-H, truth. Truth means a fact that has been verified. The truth is that he didn't want to do it. Try. T-R-Y, try. Try means make an effort or attempt. She always tries to do good in the world. Tube. T-U-B-E, tube. Tube means conduit consisting of a long hollow object, usually cylindrical, used to hold and conduct objects or liquids or gases. He was lying unconscious in his hospital bed, and had to be fed through a tube inserted in his nose. Tuesday. T-U-E-S-D-A-Y, Tuesday. Tuesday is the third day of the week, the second working day. He phoned on Tuesday, just before you came. Tune. T-U-N-E, tune. Tune means a succession of notes forming a distinctive sequence. She was humming a merry little tune. Tunnel. T-U-N-N-E-L, tunnel. Tunnel means a passageway through or under something, usually underground, especially one for trains or cars. The tunnel reduced congestion at that intersection. Turn. T-U-R-N, turn. Turn means change orientation or direction, also in the abstract sense. The mugger turned and fled before I could see his face. TV. T-V. TV. TV means an electronic device that receives television signals and displays them on a screen. The British call a TV set a telly. Twice. T-W-I-C-E, twice. Twice means to double the degree. She twice doubly rewarded. Twin. T-W-I-N, twin. Twin means either of two offspring born at the same time from the same pregnancy. I can't go out tonight because I have to babysit the twins. Twist. T-W-I-S-T, twist. Twist means an unforeseen development. Events suddenly took an awkward twist. Twisted. T-W-I-S-T-E-D, twisted. Twisted means wound or wrapped around something. Bulky with twisted stitches around the edges. Type. T-Y-P-E, type. Type means a subdivision of a particular kind of thing. What type of sculpture do you prefer? Typical. T-Y-P-I-C-A-L, typical. Typical means exhibiting the qualities or characteristics that identify a group or kind or category. A painting typical of the Impressionist school. Typically. T-Y-P-I-C-A-L-L-Y, typically. Typically means in a typical manner. Tom was typically hostile. Wage. W-A-G-E, wage. Wage means something that remunerates. They saved a quarter of all their wage. Waist. W-A-I-S-T, waist. Waist means the narrowing of the body between the ribs and hips. He was stripped to the waist. Weight. W-A-I-T, weight. Wait means stay in one place and anticipate or expect something. I had to wait online for an hour to get the tickets. Waiter. W-A-I-T-E-R, waiter. Waiter means a person whose occupation is to serve at table, as in a restaurant. The waiter gestured to us to follow him. Waitress. W-A-I-T-R-E-S-S, waitress. Waitress means a woman waiter. Trevor said he always tips his waitress unless the service is really bad. Wake. W-A-K-E, wake. Wake means stop sleeping. She woke up to the sound of the alarm clock. Walk. W-A-L-K, walk. Walk means use one's feet to advance by steps. She walks with a slight limp. Walking. W-A-L-K-I-N-G, walking. Walking means the act of traveling by foot. Walking is a healthy form of exercise. Wall. W-A-L-L, wall. Wall means an architectural partition with a height and length greater than its thickness, used to divide or enclose an area or to support another structure. The walls were covered with pictures. Wallet. W-A-L-L-E-T, wallet. Wallet means a pocket-sized case for holding papers and paper money. My wallet and passport are missing. Wander. W-A-N-D-E-R, wander. Wander means move about aimlessly or without any destination, often in search of food or employment. The laborers wander from one town to the next. Want. W-A-N-T, want. Want means feel or have a desire for, want strongly. I want to go home now. War. W-A-R, war. War means the waging of armed conflict against an enemy. Thousands of people were killed in the war. Warm. W-A-R-M, warm. Warm means having or producing a comfortable and agreeable degree of heat or imparting or maintaining heat. A beautiful warm sun beamed down on the children playing in the park. Warmth. W-A-R-M-T-H, warmth. Warmth means the sensation caused by heat energy. The cat was cozily curled up on the dryer, enjoying the warmth. Warn. W-A-R-N, warn. Warn means notify of danger, potential harm, or risk. The director warned him that he might be fired. Warning. W-A-R-N-I-N-G, warning. Warning means a message informing of danger. Any trucks which carry flammable liquids carry warning signs. Washington. W-A-S-H, Washington. Wash means clean with some chemical process. Someone saw him wash his car. Waste. W-A-S-T-E, waste. Waste means spend thoughtlessly, throw away. He wasted his inheritance on his insincere friends. Watch. W-A-T-C-H, watch. Watch means look attentively. Watch a basketball game. Water. W. A. T. E. R. Water. Water means binary compound that occurs at room temperature as a clear, colorless, odorless, tasteless liquid, freezes into ice below 0 degrees centigrade and boils above 100 degrees centigrade, widely used as a solvent. Impure drinking water can be a carrier of diseases. Wave. W. A. V. E. Wave. Wave means one of a series of ridges that moves across the surface of a liquid, especially across a large body of water. Lake Titicaca in Peru is so large that it has waves, like the sea. Way. W. A. Y. Way. Way means how something is done or how it happens. A lonely way of life. We. W. E. We. We is used to refer both to himself or herself and to one or more other people as a group. We ordered another bottle of champ. Weak. W. E. A. K. Weak. Weak means having little physical or spiritual strength. She has really weak arms, so she'll need help with her suitcases. Weakness. W. E. A. K. N. E. S. S. Weakness. Weakness means powerlessness revealed by an inability to act. In spite of their weakness, the group remains highly active. Wealth. W. E. A. L. T. H. Wealth. Wealth means the state of being rich and affluent, having a plentiful supply of material goods and money. Great wealth is not a sign of great intelligence. Weapon. W. E. A. P. O. N. Weapon. Weapon means any instrument or instrumentality used in fighting or hunting. He was licensed to carry a weapon. Wear. W. E. A. R. Wear. Wear means be dressed in. She was wearing yellow that day. Weather. W. E. A. T. H. E. R. Weather. Weather means the meteorological conditions, temperature and wind and clouds and precipitation. They were hoping for good weather. Web. W. E. B. Web. Web means an intricate network suggesting something that was formed by weaving or interweaving. The trees cast a delicate web of shadows over the lawn. The web. The web. The web means a multimedia system of sound, pictures and video for finding information on the internet. To browse a site on the World Wide Web. Website. W. E. B. S. I. T. E. Website. Website means a computer connected to the internet that maintains a series of web pages on the World Wide Web. The Israeli website was damaged by hostile hackers. Wedding. W. E. D. D. I. N. G. Wedding. Wedding means the social event at which the ceremony of marriage is performed. If I forget my wedding anniversary, my wife will kill me. Wednesday. W. E. D. N. E. S. D. A. Y. Wednesday. Wednesday means the fourth day of the week, the third working day. Did you happen to see her leave last Wednesday? Week. W. E. E. K. Week. Week means any period of 7 consecutive days. It rained for a week. Weekend. W. E. E. K. E. N. D. Weekend. Weekend means a time period usually extending from Friday night through Sunday, more loosely defined as any period of successive days including one and only one Sunday. I had to work all weekend on my essay, but I'm glad I finally got it done. Weekly. W E E K L Y, weekly. Weekly means occurring or payable every week. A weekly trip to town. Weigh. W E I G H, weigh. Weigh means have a certain weight. How heavy they are. It weighs nearly 27 kilos. Weight. W E I G H T, weight. Weight means the vertical force exerted by a mass as a result of gravity. His weight is double what it was 10 years ago. Weird. W E I R D, weird. Weird means strikingly odd or unusual. Selma is kind of weird sometimes, but she's lots of fun to be with. Welcome. W E L C O M E, welcome. Welcome means giving pleasure or satisfaction or received with pleasure or freely granted. You are welcome to join us. Well. W E L L, well. Well means in a good or proper or satisfactory manner or to a high standard. The children behaved well. As well as. As well as. As well as means another item connected with the subject you are discussing. It is in his best interests as well as yours. West. W E S T, west. West means the direction which you look towards in the evening in order to see the sunset. The sun crosses the sky from east to west. Western. W E S T E R N, western. Western means relating to or characteristic of regions of western parts of the world. The Western Roman Empire. Wet. W E T, wet. Wet means covered or soaked with a liquid such as water. You'd better put some boots on. It's wet outside. What? W H A T, what? What is used when you ask for specific information about something that you do not know. What do you want? Whatever. W H A T E V E R, whatever. Whatever means one or some or every or all without specification. Give me whatever peaches you don't want. Wheel. W H E E L, wheel. Wheel means a simple machine consisting of a circular frame with spokes, or a solid disc, that can rotate on a shaft or axle, as in vehicles or other machines. He parked the car with one wheel up on the curb. When. W H E N, when. When is used when you ask questions about the time at which things happen. When are you going home? Whenever. W H E N E V E R, whenever. Whenever means at every or any time that. I laugh whenever I see that. Where. W H E R E, where. Where means in or to which place. Where are you going? Whereas. W H E R E A S, whereas. Whereas means but on the other hand. I like to go swimming whereas Sheila likes to sail. Wherever. W H E R E V E R, wherever. Wherever means at, in, or to every place or point which. Wherever she went, he would be there. Weather. W H E T H E R, weather. Whether is used to introduce an indirect question or a clause after a verb expressing or implying doubt or choice in order to indicate two or more alternatives. I don't know whether he will come by train or by car. Which. W-H-I-C-H, which. Which used with a noun and requesting that its referent be further specified, identified, or distinguished from the other members of a class. Which house did you want to buy? While. W-H-I-L-E, while. While means a period of indeterminate length, usually short, marked by some action or condition. He was here for a little while. Whisper. W-H-I-S-P-E-R, whisper. Whisper means speaking softly without vibration of the vocal cords. The girls were talking in whispers, and pointing at the boys. Whistle. W-H-I-S-T-L-E, whistle. Whistle means the sound made by something moving rapidly or by steam coming out of a small aperture. Jackson gave a low whistle. White. W-H-I-T-E, white. White means being of the achromatic color of maximum lightness, having little or no hue owing to reflection of almost all incident light. The baker's face was white with flour. Who. W-H-O, who. Who means which person. What person. Used in direct and indirect questions. He can't remember who did it. Whoever. W-H-O-E-V-E-R, whoever. Whoever means any person who, anyone that. Whoever wants it can have it. Whole. W-H-O-L-E, whole. Whole means including all components without exception, being one unit or constituting the full amount or extent or duration, complete. The baby cried the whole trip home. Whom. W-H-O-M, whom. Whom means the objective form of who, used when who is not the subject of its own clause. Whom did you say you had seen? Whose. W-H-O-S-E, whose. Whose means of whom. Belonging to whom. Used in direct and indirect questions. I told him whose fault it was. Why. W-H. Why. Why means the cause or intention underlying an action or situation. Why are you here? Wide. W-I-D-E, wide. Wide means having great, or a certain, extent from one side to the other. I'm not sure if this table is wide enough to put my computer on. Widely. W-I-D-E-L-Y, widely. Widely means to a great degree. Her work is widely known. Width. W-I-D-T-H, width. Width means the extent of something from side to side. To calculate the volume, multiply the length by the width by the depth. Wife. W-I-F-E, wife. Wife means a married woman, a man's partner in marriage. He married his wife Jane 37 years ago. Wild. W-I-L-D, wild. Wild means marked by extreme lack of restraint or control. I found some wild mushrooms under the log. Wildly. W-I-L-D-L-Y, wildly. Wildly means to an extreme or greatly exaggerated degree. The storyline is wildly unrealistic. Will. W-I-L-L-Y, Will. Will is used with the base form of a verb. It is used to indicate that you hope, think, or have evidence that something is going to happen or be the case in the future. You will find a wide variety of choices available in school cafeterias. Willing. W-I-L-L-I-N-G. Willing. Willing means disposed or inclined toward. Retailers are betting consumers will be willing to pay extra for designer furniture. Willingly. W-I-L-L-I-N-G-L-Y. Willingly. Willingly means in a willing manner. I willingly accept. Unwilling. U-N-W-I-L-L-I-N-G. Unwilling. Unwilling means not disposed or inclined toward. She was unwilling to tell her name. Unwillingly. U-N-W-I-L-L-I-N-G-L-Y. Unwillingly. Unwillingly means in an unwilling manner. He had sinned against her unwillingly. Willingness. W-I-L-L-I-N-G-N-E-S-S. Willingness. Willingness means cheerful compliance. He expressed his willingness to help. Win. W-I-N. Win. Win means be the winner in a contest or competition, be victorious. He won the gold medal in skating. Winning. W-I-N-N-I-N-G. Winning. Winning means bringing success. The winning car in the race attained speeds in excess of 120 miles per hour. Wind. W-I-N-D. Wind. Wind means to move or cause to move in a sinuous, spiral, or circular course. The river winds through the hills. Wind up. Wind up. When you wind up something, you finish it or stop doing it. The unemployed always wind up at the bottom of the heap. Wind. W-I-N-D. Wind. Wind means air moving, sometimes with considerable force, from an area of high pressure to an area of low pressure. Trees bent under the fierce winds. Window. W-I-N-D-O-W. Window. Window means a framework of wood or metal that contains a glass window pane and is built into a wall or roof to admit light or air. Please don't draw the curtains when the window is open. Wine. W-I-N-E. Wine. Wine means an alcoholic drink which is made from grapes. This is a nice wine. Wing. W-I-N-G. Wing. Wing means a movable organ for flying. The bird flapped its wings furiously. Winter. W-I-N-N-E-R. Winner. Winner means the contestant who wins the contest. She will present the trophies to the award winners. Winter. W-I-N-T-E-R. Winter. Winter means the coldest season of the year. In the northern hemisphere it extends from the winter solstice to the vernal equinox. My daughter adores sitting by the fire on a cold winter night. Wire. W-I-R-E. Wire. Wire means ligament made of metal and used to fasten things or make cages or fences, etc. A nylon thread is stronger than a steel wire of identical weight. Wise. W-I-S-E. Wise. Wise means having or prompted by wisdom or discernment. A wise and perceptive comment. Wish. W-I-S-H, wish. Wish means prefer or wish to do something. I wish I could go home now. With. W-I-T-H, with. With means accompanying, in the company of. The lady you were with. Withdraw. W-I-T-H-D-R-A-W, withdraw. Withdraw means pull back or move away or backward. The limo withdrew from the curb. Within. W-I-T-H-I-N, within. Within means on the inside. Within, the car is a mess. Without. W-I-T-H-O-U-T, without. Without means not having. Not accompanied by. He came without his wife. Witness. W-I-T-N-E-S-S, witness. Witness means someone who sees an event and reports what happened. He was found guilty, thanks to the testimony of the witness. Woman. W-O-M-A-N, woman. Woman means an adult female person as opposed to a man. The woman kept house while the man hunted. Wonder. W-O-N-D-E-R, wonder. Wonder means have a wish or desire to know something. He wondered who had built this beautiful church. Wonderful. W-O-N-D-E-R-F-U-L, wonderful. Wonderful means extraordinarily good, used especially as intensifiers. It's wonderful to see you. Wood. W-O-O-D, wood. Wood means the hard fibrous lignified substance under the bark of trees. I prefer bare wood to carpeting for my floors. Wooden. W-O-O-D-E-N, wooden. Wooden means made or consisting of, entirely or in part, or employing wood. An ancient cart with wooden wheels. Wool. W-O-O-L, wool. Wool means a fabric made from the hair of sheep. My new wool sweater is so cozy and warm, I love it. Word. W-O-R-D, word. Word means a unit of language that native speakers can identify. Words are the blocks from which sentences are made. Work. W-O-R-K, work. Work means exert oneself by doing mental or physical work for a purpose or out of necessity. She worked hard for better living conditions for the poor. Working. W-O-R-K-I-N-G, working. Working means actively engaged in paid work. The ratio of working men to unemployed. Worker. W-O-R-K-E-R, worker. Worker means a person who works at a specific occupation. He is a good worker. World. W-O-R-L-D, world. World means everything that exists anywhere. All of your experiences that determine how things appear to you. They study the evolution of the world. Worry. W-O-R-R-Y, worry. Worry means be worried, concerned, anxious, troubled, or uneasy. I worry about my job. Worrying. W-O-R-R-Y Worrying. Worrying means causing distress or worry or anxiety. It's worrying that they're doing things without training. Worried. W-O-R-R-I-E-D. Worried. Worried means afflicted with or marked by anxious uneasiness or trouble or grief. I'm really worried about my brother. Worse. W-O-R-S-E. Worse. Worse means inferior to another in quality or condition or desirability. The road is in worse shape than it was. Worship. W-O-R-S-H-I-P. Worship. Worship means religious adoration or devotion. They bowed their heads in worship. Worth. W-O-R-T-H. Worth. Worth means having sufficient worth. Having a specified value. It's not worth discussing. Would. W-O-U-L-D. Would. Would is used with the base form of a verb. It means what someone believed, hoped, or expected to happen or be the case. Would he always be like this? Wound. W-O-U-N-D. Wound. Wound means any break in the skin or an organ caused by violence or surgical incision. The wound is healing nicely. Wounded. W-O-U-N-D-E-D. Wounded. Wounded means suffering from physical injury, especially that suffered in battle. A wounded soldier. Wrap. W-R-A-P. Wrap. Wrap means arrange or fold as a cover or protection. Wrap the baby before taking her out. Wrist. W-R-I-S-T. Wrist. Wrist means a joint between the distal end of the radius and the proximal row of carpal bones. She had a gold watch on her wrist. Right. W-R-I-T-E. Write. Write means produce a literary work. Communicate or express by writing. Please write to me every week. Writing. W-R-I-T-I-N-G. Writing. Writing means the act of creating written works. Writing was a form of therapy for him. Written. W-R-I-T-T-E-N. Written. Written means set down in writing in any of various ways. Written in plain English, this book is easy to read. Writer. W-R-I-T-E-R.